And I'd like to call to order the special meeting, October 23rd, 2024 at 4:30 p.m. And let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, is there anyone here for public notes?
Anyone see anyone?
Joan, you're on.
No. I put it back.
5 minutes, Joan. You did a great job last time too.
Tonight, I would like to announce that I am retiring from my self-imposed position of town watchdog and hope that the gauntlet will be passed to a younger generation.
Whoa.
Government will only be successful when there are checks and balances. Government should be by the people and for the people. We should never lose sight of our elected officials as servants of the people and assume their responsibilities in that manner. Over the years, I have met many nice people and interacted with many people who ask for help being their voice when needed. Simsbury has changed over the years and will continue to evolve as we move forward. I would hope that all changes in policy would be a benefit to the taxpayers as they are entrusting the elected and appointed officials to do what is good for the community. Changes have been made over the years as the community has grown. We have grown from a town meeting to a referendum vote for the budget. At the last Charter Revision Commission, the form of government was changed from a first selectman as the chief executive officer to a professional town manager. There were pockets in town of contamination from chemical use in the tobacco industry. Colborough was the responsible party and had to pay for contaminated wells to be sealed and run to town water to the homes. Virginia Connolly and Owen Murphy homes were built on the Amos Eno property deeded to the town for the poor. Eno Farms Affordable Housing was built through a state grant for the infrastructure and collection of money used to build the complex. Eno Farms Affordable Housing still remains a violation of the Eno deed as the property is for low and very low families, not moderate income. This is slowly being addressed to be following the land records. The town farm is of concern is an integral part of the Eno deed and should be remedied for compliance. Tonight, the Board of its Selectmen are choosing the applicants for the Charter Revision Commission, with many applicants involved in town politics over the years, and should revise the charter to reflect the present and future needs of the community as it grows. The town has purchased land over the years for open space that should remain as was intended. Simsbury taxes are extremely high compared to surrounding towns and should be reviewed to consolidate many of the drivers of the budget. We have many good professional employees that have been serving the town over the years that provided professional service to the community. Public audience is now protected through a legal resolution that will guide the town and remind that all that serve that free speech is a protected right of every citizen and should never be challenged. As a reminder, the government is for the people and by the people to express their concerns in a public forum. As I go forward on my next chapter in my life cycle, I will remain as an advocate for government responsibility to serve the people of Simsbury and will from time to time express my opinions. Thank you for listening to my concerns over the years, and I hope that I've contributed to responsible government. All of my comments will be posted on Simsbury Patch and Twitter at Joan Co. Thank you for listening.
Can we get a picture with all of you, with us? Okay, yeah, of course. Good.
Jerry, you should call for a recess.
Okay, can I call for a recess? Wait, make a
No,
just declare us at
five-
recess.
yes, just we're in recess.
Okay, well, we're in recess. See, Joan, we're breaking the rules.
Right, can you get a picture of Joan with with our elected?
I'm doing the best I can, Joan, that's all I'm gonna tell you.
Just keep working for the people. That's all I expect.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah.
Keep working for the people.
Are you retiring to take on more tennis?
No, I'm also downsizing my tennis.
Just stand between you and me.
but I'm healthy, so that's a good.
Joan, in
No, I
the
mean,
middle,
Joan,
you get right in
in
front
the
of the
middle.
seal.
Where
I want her to go in the middle.
You get right in
The
front of the seal.
deputy and the, come in the
Okay,
middle
just the
here.
BOS.
Hold on.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, and one more for good measure. Beautiful.
Can we put this up next to the notice that Mark
Yes.
put back up? I'm gonna do that, alright?
Send them, please.
Hey, can you send this to
Steve,
me?
how are you? How you been? You good?
Hey,
Hey, we're following up with your guy on the,
I want the one that I want for that.
I haven't lost track.
Oh,
And we did, yeah, we did the thing.
That's
I
good?
think where we're landing is if he takes it down, we
Joan,
can do
thank
it.
you.
Promised a surprise.
Yeah.
That was a surprise.
Yes.
I told
Yes,
you I-
that was a surprise.
So they're talking to him, but I'll keep you in the loop.
Well, our recess, we
Yes,
could wait
please.
till Bob's.
Everybody has to move on
Yes.
sometime. It's just too much to do, yeah. So this way I'll keep my own pace, but I'm still gonna keep watching.
I give you 2
I have
weeks.
no doubt.
I hope you know that my notebook here is filled with notes that I take as you
Oh,
speak.
thank you.
You can also find those comments at Twitter.
I can find them and I do and
Is that
Joan
Bob
reads
D?
them.
Oh my god, in person?
Bob, Joan just retired.
I just retired. You missed the whole thing.
Oh, where's
You
want a
I'm
picture?
retiring, but I'm not getting up on watching. I just figure it's more too burdensome at this point in my life. That it's time to retire, but not give up everything. So
I would hope not.
no,
would
so
hope not.
I still
think-
have, I still have outstanding
Not that meeting
things.
yet.
I think she's
Not done
retiring
yet.
because she trusts this board
There you go.
to do what's right for the town.
So she'll,
We're in a recess, Bob, just in
Oh, yeah,
case.
we are.
We're in recess.
Okay, so what do I call the recess back to the meeting
call
back
it
to order?
back to order, yeah.
Okay, and you don't have to vote on that, I mean,
No.
okay,
You
great.
just
You're
call
the
the
chair.
meeting back to order.
Okay,
I know, I'm waiting for that.
Bob, you're up.
Um,
I'm gonna read the next agenda item, which is appointing the 2025 Charter Revision Commission members. Do you want me to give a little preface? Do you wanna?
Well, I can do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, you're following the statutory process. Back in September, you established the commission, the Simsbury Charter Revision Commission of 2025. The next step that you're taking tonight by putting no less than 5, no more than 16, I think it is, members on the commission. No more than 1/3 of which can be holders of any public office, elected or appointed. The rules for minority representation apply. But beyond that, the qualifications of the people you put on are simply that they be electors of the town of Simsbury. And there be no more than 1/3 of elected or appointed officials. And you're also authorized under the statute to send to the commission you will create tonight a list of topics or areas within the charter or not within the charter that you would like the commission to consider. They're not obligated to consider it, but they're not obligated to agree with you, they are obligated to consider it. And there's been an ongoing list, I think, that's been worked up over the last few months of technical changes and other things. And then what happens as a result of their work is they deliberate and they come back to you with their report. And you can accept it in whole, you can deny it in whole, or you can accept parts of it and not other parts of it. And then if you do accept at least part of it, you have to schedule a referendum for consideration by the public. So once you finish your work tonight, you've established the commission will then have to meet and, you know, I will be there and do have their formation of their chair and all their organizational formalities. And then their next step is to have an initial public hearing before they have done any substantive work on the charter revision. In my memory, this is charter revision number 5, I think. Because under the charter, every so often, the charter requires that you, the Board of Selectmen, at least consider forming a charter revision commission. You've considered that, you've voted in favor of it, and now you're putting the people on it to start their good work.
Okay.
Any questions on any of that? It's pretty well.
No questions.
Bob, what's the timeline again that they have to get their report back to the Board of Selectmen? Was that 16 months?
16 months, yes.
Yeah.
And that's 16 months from today.
16 months from today,
Okay.
yes.
One thing I said to Bob, some of us have given Bob our ideas, things that we wanted to see. We send them to Bob. I asked Bob if he could create that so that we could, or in a
A single
the
document.
level that you would need it, not, if it's too detailed, you would broaden it kind of, and then we would get to review it and approve it
Yes.
to submit.
I've gotten comments from the town manager's office, I've gotten comments from some members of the board.
Yeah.
My next step is to take all of them, put it into a single document, 'cause some of it's duplicative.
Yeah.
And then send it back to you.
Yep.
The Board of Selectmen, and then you will say, yep, these are the issues we wanna send on to the commission.
Okay, and then the other thing we asked for in the resolution, it's stated in the resolution, is that we would like, and this is probably normal course of business, but to have the commission speak with the other boards and commissions to potentially hear from the chairs or ideas that they might have. And there was something else we included, and also the town manager administrative offices to make sure that they're considered.
Yeah, the commissions in the past have done just that in the same general format that you do your budget, where you invite different departments in different nights to talk about the budget. What they've done in the past, they're not required to do this, but set up a schedule where they will meet with each and every board and commission and each and every town department in the town manager's office. Other commissions have asked in outside experts and outside panels of experts to talk about different issues, so that's entirely up to them. But it seems to me that they would follow that same, something close to that same pattern.
Okay, alright, so I'll read the resolution, does that, and what I'll put in the names in the, as I read it. Does that sound reasonable? Appointments to the 2025 Simsbury Charter Revision Commission, resolution number, I don't know what number. Whereas the town charter, section 1108 requires at least each 7 years that the Board of Selectmen consider impaneling a charter revision commission for the purposes of considering what if any changes might be made to the charter, and whereas the Board of Selectmen at its meeting on April 15, 24 adopted its goals, which goals have been posted, which is available for review at the link included. Whereas one of the goals of the Board of Selectmen was to seat a charter revision commission to undertake a review of the current charter and present its recommendations to the board within the prescribed time. Whereas the most recent charter revision commission was impaneled by resolutions of the Board of Selectmen dated June 22nd, July 23rd, 2015, I guess 2 days. And I guess we were doing 2 days also. And August 10th, 2015 issued its final report to the Board of Selectmen a year later on August 1st, 2016. Whereas a resulting update to the charter became effective January 1st, 2017, and whereas the Board of Selectmen established and created the 2025 Simsbury Charter Revision by resolution adopted at its September 23rd, 2024 regular meeting, and whereas the Board of Selectmen is desirous of appointing the members of the 2025 Charter Revision Commission, now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Selectmen hereby appoints the following 9 members to the 2025 Revision Commission. And I will read the names and I won't state the parties. We have Chris Barnett, who is an unaffiliated voter, Lalitha Shivaswamy, an unaffiliated voter, not on a board and commission, and Chris is not on a board and commission. Jesse Schofield, an unaffiliated voter, not on a board and commission. Paul Hinault, a Republican, not on a board and commission. Melissa Brett, a Republican, on a board and commission. Ron Jodis, a Republican, not on a board and commission. Jeff Tyndall, a Democrat, on a board and commission. Jacqueline Malucci, Democrat, not on a board and commission, and Bert Helfand, a Democrat, on a board and commission. So there's 3 members on a board and commission, the rest are not. We have a 3-3-3 split. Be it further resolved that the Board of Selectmen shall make recommendations to the commission for changes to the charter prior to the commission's first public hearing. Be it resolved, the Board of Selectmen further recommends that the commission seek the input from Simsbury boards and commissions and town departments for issues they believe should be addressed in the charter. I'd like to ask for a motion for that.
Moved.
Second.
Can I second? Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that passes unanimously, so we have a charter commission. Okay. There you go, have fun.
We'll see you in 16 months.
It's done.
On or before, right? On or before.
That's 16 months from, well, we want it before we won't be, we may not be here in 16 months, right?
Someone will.
Well, I don't know.
Hopefully someone will.
Yeah, some of us, but it's, no guarantees here. Okay. The next item is to authorize the Board of Education to apply for a Connecticut school construction grant for the partial roof replacement project at Tooten Hills. This is presented by Mark, Jason Casey. Any comments? I don't know who's here to talk to this, but I will ask you guys.
I can so it's something that just when the board applies for a grant, the Board of Selectmen, just as kind of the final legislative body, has to make the motion. And it's the most recent time you've done it has been November 22. It's happened in the past, such as June 2015 for the roof at Central School. So it's just following the similar process we've done in the past.
Okay, and it's already been in the budget, it's
In the capital plan.
capital plan, so we're basically just saying that you guys can go out and apply for this grant for the roof,
That's it.
okay?
We love grants.
We do love grants. I'll ask for a motion effective October 23rd, 2024 to authorize the Board of Education to apply for the Tooten Hills Elementary School partial roof replacement project grant to the Connecticut Commissioner of Education. Further move to establish the Public Building Committee as the building committee to the proposed Tooten Hills Elementary School partial roof replacement project. And finally move to authorize the preparation of schematic drawings and outline specifications for the proposed Tooten Hills Elementary School partial roof replacement project.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that one's down. So the next item is to authorize the town manager to execute the memorandum of understanding between the town, the Simsbury Volunteer Ambulance Association. Mark, actually, a few of us worked with the SVAA board. Chris and I were the committee, but we did loop in our public safety chair via calls so that they could listen in. We have a what do you call it, MOU attached. A couple of things I just wanted to address that were sent in from public audience. Speaking to some of the things that were in a draft that was released inadvertently before it was never agreed upon. The MOU last year was sent out as part of a packet, which was never an agreed upon or finalized document. So I'm just gonna address some of the things here that it asks us to have board appointments. We don't have board appointments on any of our other MOUs, and we do have liaisons that work with those boards and commissions, and we're going to handle it the same way. The meeting minutes, we feel that we're gonna have the minutes posted and agendas posted, and we will have someone at the table. So I think if there's, then the public audience piece that is referenced in here will be at the annual meeting. I'm sure that anyone can send emails to the SVAA board if there's any issues during the year to have your voice heard, but we were very happy to have that annual meeting open to the public and have people allowed to come and speak. The FOIA piece that was questioned, it asked that it wasn't already a requirement. It wasn't explicitly confirmed that it was a requirement until we got a letter last year from our attorney who did say that they were subject to FOIA. Up until that point, it was not clear. So we now know that they are up to quarterly, and I think that's all I have to say under this. And the other question is everything is contingent upon them meeting their obligations under this MOU, which it does state somewhere in the MOU that if they don't meet the obligation, it's not valid. So with that, we had an executive session on it as it was a contract last week. Was it last week already? And I wanted to give anybody any room to make any further comments on the MOU. I don't think I need to read the whole MOU. But I know Kevin wasn't here last time, and we've all discussed it, but if anybody has any further comments after further review or anything that they would like to bring up, they're welcome to bring that up.
So I'll just say that I appreciate the ability to comment on it and sorry for missing last week's meeting to discuss an executive session. I have what would be I think a non-substantive change to the document, but add some clarity on what the financial reporting might be, and so if it's acceptable to the rest of the members here, either in section 4, which deals with reporting, or section 5, which deals with some of the financial accountability portions, I'd recommend this language. And I sent this to Mark as well. I think Wendy has seen it and a few others, and I'll share it with all of you if you'd like to see it before it's included in print. SVAA will use only the financial resources necessary to accomplish its mission in an effective and efficient manner, with clear policies and practices to regularly monitor how funds are used in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. SVAA will produce and make available to its board and the town manager consistent and accurate financial reports, including a balance sheet, statement of activities, and a cash flow projection on a quarterly basis. I used the GAAP there, which is a standard accounting language, and that's why it says that. And a quarterly basis I don't think is unreasonable, especially considering that's the disbursement cycle that we're planning on doing as well. I think that this adds a clarity on the accountability side. From a transparency standpoint, it allows this body and the town manager to do its fiduciary responsibility, since we're working in partnership with SVAA to give them the resources they need to provide this public service. So if that's acceptable to others, or I'd be willing to take comment on it.
First of all, I would like to defer to make sure that it's okay with our town manager, that this would be okay, and then we have our town attorney here if he heard anything of issue in those comments.
No, that's pretty standard
Okay.
language.
Okay,
No objection. Thanks very much, Chair.
so if we can we move this, including that section wherever it belongs in 4 or 5? Would
I'd offer to go in 4 then, only because
4,
that deals with the reporting.
yeah, okay. I'm fine with it if it's gonna pass, like we're not gonna have any pushback because we don't think we will.
I obviously can't speak for them, but I'm pretty confident, given the other agreements that we've got in here, that we can get it done. I just recommend the board approve it, subject to that amendment to section 4 as read.
Okay.
Do we need to make a motion reading that we are going to amend it with this?
Well, he
Okay.
just said that. I'm gonna say subject to amendment
Okay.
to the amendment to section 4 as
Because
presented.
we didn't have a motion yet.
Not to say
Yeah, I
it, but would it be Schedule A that it is, because that's the
Oh.
quarterly basis
Oh.
calls out what we expect on a quarterly basis.
Oh, so just add it to Schedule A?
I mean,
The
doesn't
call
that
metrics and
Kevin?
reporting
What do you
data
think?
points?
Here,
I'll ask.
Sure,
Doesn't it seem like
I
it
read this
should be
as
in
a definitional page as
Okay.
opposed to subject to the agreement. I wouldn't object to that if that's where you feel like it's more appropriately placed. As I read the document, this outlines the roles and responsibilities of each party in the body of the document versus this as an addendum
Addendum.
that clarifies the definitions that are included in it.
Yeah, I could see it being more appropriate in section 4 for reporting.
Okay, section 4.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna ask for a motion effective October 23rd, 2024 to approve the memorandum of understanding with the Simsbury Volunteer Ambulance Association and authorize, sorry, I put it in the wrong place. Subject to the amendment read as in section 4 and authorize town manager Mark Nelson to execute that agreement. I'm gonna further move to appoint Selectman Heather Getz as the Simsbury Board of Selectmen liaison to the Simsbury Volunteer Ambulance Association with the term expiring on December 1st, 2025. And anybody wanna make that motion?
December 4th, I think.
It's the 1st.
Oh.
It's a correction.
Oh, okay.
Typo on my end.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No,
Okay,
thank you.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we have the MOU approved, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, we can ask, right? Do we have anything else on here? We can ask for a motion to adjourn. Anybody?
That seems
Half hour.
suspect.
20 minutes?
Anybody?
Anybody wanna adjourn
said
or you wanna
so moved.
stay?
Oh, second. I second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you guys for a Wednesday night.
Thank you.
Thank you.